Ukrainian soldiers returning from the front, jubilant after a humiliating defeat for Russian forces in the north. In the neighboring villages of Stary and Novy Bykov, exhausted residents are emerging from their homes after 5 weeks of Russian occupation and the horrors that came with it. On day 4 of the war, this peaceful community became a front line, and nowhere was off limits. Russian forces transformed the local school into their base. Principal Natalia Vovik shows us the carnage that was left behind.
She's saying that they were using this as a toilet as well.
The main entrance is now spattered with blood, the scene of heavy fighting. Russian soldiers took cover in classrooms and treated their wounded with whatever they could find.
So you can see they were eating here. These are some Russian military rations. Armia Rasi, it says.
Walking the ravaged hallways, Vovik says she is still in a state of shock. What wasn't destroyed was looted. We are for education. Education is the future, our students, she says. It's such a shame that our occupiers didn't understand this. Why steal everything? This is a school. In several classrooms, there are signs that some of the Russian soldiers felt ashamed of their actions. A message on a chalkboard.
So it says, "Forgive us, we didn't want this war."
But forgiveness will be hard to come by here. At the local cemetery, Valentina takes us to the graves of 6 men who authorities say were executed by Russian forces on the day they arrived. It's so hard to get over this, she says. They murdered them. Valentina says the Russians held on to the bodies for 9 days before dumping them at the end of the village with instructions to bury them quickly. We dug very fast so they wouldn't shoot us, she says, but there was shooting over there and heavy shelling. Among the dead, her neighbors, brothers Igor and Oleg Yavon. Outside the family home, we meet their mother, Olga. For days, she thought her sons were in hiding, until a neighbor called her with the devastating news. The agony and the grief are still very raw. They were very good boys, she says. How I want to see them again. Do you have any idea why the Russians would kill your sons? Who knows? There was a bridge that was blown up and somebody shot at a Russian drone, she says. The Russians were searching the village and rounded them up on the street. 6 boys. I don't know anything else. A few streets away, Katerina Andrusha is also looking for answers. Her daughter, Victoria, a school teacher, was taken by Russian soldiers on March 25th. They said they found information on her phone about their forces, she says. They told me she was in a warm house, that she was working with them, and she would be home soon. But Victoria never came home. We hope that she will get in touch, Katerina says. With somebody, somewhere. In this small community of 2,000, it seems no street has been spared. The invaders marked their newly seized territory with crude graffiti and battle markings.
Another Z on their fridge.
Rus. But brave residents like Tamara carried out quiet acts of resistance. We kept it, she says, showing us a Ukrainian flag given to her husband for his military service. We hid it. A bold risk in anticipation of this moment, when Russian troops would be forced to retreat. And the villages would finally be free.